What's going on? It's Noah Brewer here again, talking about customer service and dealing with returns for Shopify. Let's get customer service and returns for drop shipping. I feel like this is a very gray area. A lot of people don't put a lot of focus on it, and it's actually pretty important. So first to cover, I'm going to be giving advice from a branding standpoint. If you have the mindset that this is just a way to make a bunch of money really quickly, this video is not for you because you're going to disagree with a lot of what I say. This is for people who are trying to build a brand of sorts. Um, you know, People who want a store where they're going to have returning customers, maybe a niche store, maybe even a general store. Just something that, you're just building something bigger than just a quick Shopify store just to make a quick buck on a winning product, right? So the mindset that you need to have, and I'll be covering these each individually, there's no scarcity of sales that you can make. A single unhappy customer will cost you a lot more than a return, and you're dealing with humans who spent their money on you. These are the three things that you need to remember when you're dealing with customers. So there's no scarcity. If you're scaling the correct way, a couple refunds a day will not hurt you that much. By the time that you're getting a couple refunds a day, like every day, it will not, you won't even see it leave the account. It will not affect you. I've never even had a store where we were getting, more than one refund a day. And that's even including like people, we were on top of our customer service game and we were not getting that many refunds. Even then, you can still afford a couple refunds a day. We wouldn't even have noticed it. So that's my first point. There's no scarcity of money. Like, don't be scared to just, don't be scared to just hand them out if somebody comes to you all pissed off. And this isn't about getting refund happy and just refunding absolutely everybody who has an issue. This is just about keeping people happy. That's all it's about. A pissed off customer is a lot of missed sales. Here's why. They tell all of their friends. And I have a story about that. They comment and leave reviews, and you lost a potential returning customer. Now, it's hard for you to vision a returning customer, especially if you're just starting out. But let's just say, somebody buys a product from you one time, you make money from them one time. What if they come back a couple months from now and buy from you again? That's more money. And if you multiply that, like when you scale, you multiply that, even a 3% returning customer rate could be extra thousands of dollars in your pocket. So again, it just goes back to, if you don't refund, you're probably losing more money than if you were to just refund. So into the story about they tell all of their friends. One of the hard lessons I learned was we were actually getting harassed in our messages. This guy was, swearing left and right, calling us horrible names. People on Facebook are they're very violent. They're keyboard warriors. If you own a store and you make sales, you know this. So they were just harassing us. Like, they weren't asking for a refund or nothing. I wasn't even sure if they were a customer yet, but essentially, like, I just blocked them because they were calling us like really mean names. I was like, you know what, just send them to the email. I just gave them the support email. I said, deal with it there. Come off of our Facebook. You're just harassing us. And I blocked him. Now, keep in mind, this customer did not ask for a refund. He didn't acknowledge that he even bought from us before. He was just harassing us. They went off and they made a Facebook post on their personal page that said, do not buy from these guys because I bought something from them and then I went to return it and they just blocked me and I can't reach out to them anymore. And yes, I know he didn't tell us that he was a customer and he didn't want a refund or nothing. It was just straight harassment. But people lie. Like, he just straight up lied. But that doesn't matter. What matters is he had like 5 or 6 of his friends come to our page and leave a 1-star review. And they said, like, they said the same thing. Like, my friend bought from these guys and they just blocked him, which wasn't even true, but that's how they perceived it, which was like it was really messed up. We got a ton of bad reviews, and it probably had a really negative effect on our store. Mostly all 1-star reviews on that page now. So yeah, just don't block people, and if somebody's really pissed off, offer them a refund right away and send them to your email if they're harassing you. More on that later. So managing returns, like let me just give you an example of how you should be handling customers. Customer asks, "Can I have a return? This item is trash." Best way to respond, I would say, is like, "Sure, we're sorry you had a negative experience. What's wrong with the product?" They're just like, "It doesn't work. It came broken." Maybe they're probably going to be a little bit more mean than that if they're all pissed off, but you get the point. And then you just say, like, "Okay, not a problem. What we can do is ship out another one to you at no cost. What is the order number and the name that you placed the order in?" So essentially what I'm doing is, instead of refunding them, I'm trying to figure out whether they want a refund or if they're just unhappy that their product doesn't work. Because you'd be surprised, most people don't actually just want a refund. They just want the damn product that works because they're the ones who bought it in the first place. So they want the product that works. So if you offer this to people, a percentage of people are going to take it, especially if you assume that they are, and you ask them what their order number or name is. And there's many different things that you can do to like deter returns and stay professional while doing it. You don't want to just tell them like, "Oh, we don't do returns here. I can give you another one." Like, no, you want to give them the option. You want to make them feel like they're at a level of control, just to keep it from getting hostile. So you just say, "What we can do is ship another item out to you." If they say like, "No, no, thank you, I just want a refund," just refund them. Don't argue. Don't get an attitude with them. Dealing with jerks. This is like, a lot of people don't talk about this, but it's true. Like most people on Facebook are just straight up assholes, and you can't really do anything about it. You just got to deal with it. So customer says, "F you guys, you're scammers, go to hell." True story. People say that shit all the time. "Sir, we will not take this harassment on this platform. If you had an issue with your item, please reach out to our support email and report the issue there, and we will be more than happy to take care of it for you. We can deal with it here, but not if you're just going to harass us. Thank you." Very simple. And then once they email your store, they're probably not going to be harassing you, or they'll write back here and stop harassing you and just say, "Sorry, it's just frustrating," or something like that. Then just deal with it in the messages. But seriously, you don't have to deal with this in your messages. If they just continue to be a dickhead, just ignore them, because you already told them to go to the email if they have a real issue. So if they're just harassing you, they're just a waste of time. You might want to remind them like, "Hey, reach out to the support email. We'll take care of you there." Not a problem with doing that. And if they want a refund, just give them a refund on the support email. Not a problem. So problems with your mindset, and I'm saying your as like a general, like most Shopify store owners, the mindset of most Shopify store owners when it comes to refunds. So the first one is ignore them. Like ignoring a customer that's pissed off is probably the worst thing that you can do. It's definitely a scammer mindset. Like if you do this, yeah, it is scamming. If somebody buys something from you and they're pissed off and you don't deal with it, that's scamming. I don't care how you call it, how you look at it. You might want to say that you're not a scammer because you're an entrepreneur. Listen, if you're ignoring your customers, you're scamming people. End of story. Refusing to give refunds due to your refund policy. This is funny because a lot of people follow their refund policy like it's holy. Screw your refund policy. A pissed off customer will cost you a lot more than just giving a damn return. Trust me. Your refund policy is just there as a guideline. You don't have to follow it. You do not have to follow it. It is way, way, way better for you to just deal with it at the door than having them go to their bank and do a chargeback, or go to PayPal and do a return, or contact Stripe. That stuff will hurt you so much later on. Like, you might not understand it now, but just listen to the people who have been through this hundreds of times. Screw your refund policy. Having an attitude back to the customers. And I gotta say it, you sound like, when I see this happening, you sound like an emotional little girl. This is a business. Handle your damn business without whining to the customers. If the customer is being a dickhead to you, I already showed you how you should deal with it. You shouldn't come back being a dickhead back to them. That is so unprofessional. And it's just uncalled for. Like, you're running a business. You're not a drug dealer. Okay, you're not having gang wars here. Not being genuine and being too robotic and rule following. When you're talking to people, just remember that these are humans, and just deal with them like they're people. You can use slang. You don't have to be 100% professional. Most people actually prefer to talk to somebody who has human features, like misspelling things here and there. Just be yourself when you're doing customer service. Be yourself and genuine. Don't try to play business. Don't try to play businessman or play customer service line. Just get the job done. Like, just and they'll appreciate that. I've had people say, like, you're really easy to work with. They'll come from being like, F you guys, you scammers, and then they'll be like, oh, you're really easy to work with now. I appreciate you being genuine. Stuff like that. Just don't be a robot. So my experience is, if you don't believe that having really good customer service makes a difference, you're wrong. Especially, since these are just situations that I've been through, and there's a multiple amount of situations that I've been through where I've learned a lot about customer service and how to deal with them. I've gotten customers from swearing, F you, F that, F the product, you guys are scammers, to recommending a friend to our store. And, like, it's really not that hard. You just got to treat them like humans. I gave them the refund. I said, like, that one product might not have made you happy, but we're a good store here. And if you have any friends, recommend them. And there he was, tagging people in our post. I've directed refunds of over 5 items in one order, which, if you don't know, that's a big refund. Like, these are the refunds where people usually just ignore the customers. I don't care how big the damn refund is. If they're pissed off, they're pissed off. So I've refunded 5 items just because, like, I'd rather do that. It was like $150. I'd rather refund $150 than have them, get all pissed off. And they ended up coming back and buying more stuff. Like I said, it's not about you. It's not about your store. It was just that product that they didn't end up liking. So they just came back and bought more stuff. And they were super happy about it. They're like, hey, we just placed another order. We appreciate your customer service, stuff like that. If a customer is super pissed off, don't bat an eye and just refund them. Like, instantly ask them for their order number and name on the order and just send it as soon as possible. You don't want to deal with them, harassing you and going back and forth. It's just a waste of time. You can tell pretty early whether they just want a refund. Another thing is, don't be emotional about it. It was just a bad experience for them with that one product or 2 products or whatever. It's nothing personal. And one thing that a lot of people forget, and especially in the business that I'm in, if you know me, I own an agency. So whenever you have somebody who is upset, a customer who doesn't understand something, anything that is negative that a customer comes to you for, it's an opportunity for you to show how ethical and legit you are. It is an opportunity for you to show how ethical and legit your company is. Okay? A top-notch customer service experience can overweigh a crappy product, 100%. People will comment saying things like, oh, I didn't like the product, but their customer service was top-notch. I would recommend it. No risk buying from them. They say stuff like that. If your customer service is that good, that stuff happens. Everybody who thinks, let me read this. Everybody has customers who thinks their products are crap, but not everybody has really good customer service. This is very true. A lot of people are used to ordering things online and then having it not work out, but nobody is used to good customer service. So if they were to buy another thing online and they knew that you had top-notch customer service, who are they going to buy from? Some random other store, or are they going to buy from you knowing that it's a safe bet? This should be a reason that you have good customer service. If nobody else is doing it, you should do it. And that's a good policy to follow for yourself. So which is better? And these are both comments that I've seen. I've literally just copy and pasted them there from comment sections of my stores. So which sounds better to somebody who's about to buy the product? This product was not very high quality, but their customer service handled the situation very well, and I am pleased either way. Would recommend the store. Maybe not the product, but the store. It's a safe bet. So that was obviously a customer who was not happy with the product, probably had to refund them. But there they are commenting, sharing their experience. And then you have this guy, which is the, just ignore them mindset, whatever. These guys are scammers, didn't receive item, and they won't respond to any of my emails. There goes $30. Trust me, if somebody was reading your store and they see a comment like this, complimenting the customer service, and even though they were upset with the product, they were pleased with the customer service, there's a lot higher chance that they're going to buy from you. That's all I'm saying. If a potential customer reads that, a lot higher chance that they're going to buy from you.
Alright guys, that's it. Leave a subscribe on the channel so you see future videos. I hope you got a lot of value out of this, and I hope that you can build a good brand based off of what you learned in this. As for this video, I think that's it. This is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace!